Am I the meanest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Pawn's drunk.
Well, who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
Who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
I can't hear you.
Pawn's drunk. AKA Mr. Moo Woo Shot himself.
Of Harlem.
What up? What up? What up? Y'all already know this is Punch Unboxing, aka Mr. Moo Shot himself, aka el adobo, el sazón, el borracho, el pastor de boxeo. First and foremost, God bless each and every one of y'all. I mean, boxing is kind of slow. Not really kind of slow, man. Because we did have shout out to Kazuto Ioka. He did win a couple of days ago. So gotta give a lot of credit. Kazuto Ioka, the 4 division world champion, future Hall of Famer. And I know people, you know, sometimes when we're talking about the smaller division, they don't want to bring up guys like Kazuto Ioka, who should be on the pound for pound list and a lot of people's list. You know what I'm saying? Had a good stoppage performance. It should have been Kazuto Ioka versus Juan Francisco Estrada, December 31st. But once again, Kazuto Ioka always closing down the year. And we can honestly say now that Kazuto Ioka got a date almost like a Canelo Alvarez, right? Canelo Alvarez got Cinco de Mayo. Kazuto Ioka got New Year's Eve. I think he's adopted that date. Hopefully somebody adopt the Juneteenth date. You know what I'm saying? Independence Day, you know, in America and stuff like that. That would be solid. We seen the Charlos, they performed in Juneteenth several years ago. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash that like button. A lot of people's talking about Gervonta Davis and him. He's not being elevated as a WBA super lightweight champion. He got the same belt he's been carrying all this time, a regular WBA. I mean, it's going back to the WBA says a couple of years ago, and they didn't follow through that. Well, they followed through with the only that they have X'd out and threw away the interim titles away. Everybody that was an interim title holder, the WBA, threw them all away. And then it said that they was going to shrink their belts into one belt. You know what I'm saying? That the regular champion, that the interim will have to fight the regular champion, and then the winner of that will be mandated to fight the super champion, and then the winner of the super champion, the regular champion, then boom, they will just be a super champion, I guess. So I thought that was going to take place, but I guess it didn't take place. They never mandated Gervonta Davis to fight Devin Haney, or Gervonta Davis to fight Camboso when he had it, or Gervonta Davis mandated to fight I believe Teofimo Lopez Sr. No, I said Teofimo Lopez Sr. Teofimo Lopez. Anyway, man, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button. Hold on. Let me see what we got. So a lot of people talking about email champion. Now, all of a sudden, every time somebody gets elevated up without fighting to become that world champion, if you want interim champion, just like, for example, a lot of people was calling Jerome Boots Ennis email champion because he got elevated after the IBF stripped Terrence Bud Crawford, who is in a lot of people's eyes, and it's still in my eyes. I still recognize Terrence Bud Crawford as the undisputed welterweight champion of the world. It's like I've been saying for several years now, especially with the WBC franchise and had put a bunch of people in ambiguity when we trying to break down who was undisputed. People wanted to dispute that. If you could identify the politics, you could recognize the truth. And it's time for the boxing world, the boxing community, and whatever independent media fans or hardcore boxing fans, whatever you want to call yourself, you gotta take powers into your own hands. I recognize whatever the F I want to recognize, because if you look at the Belt Federation, if you look at their rankings, they don't recognize each other. You could have Conor Benn as number 10 in the WBC, and then you could have him as number 3 in the IBF. So everybody don't recognize each other the same way. So I don't even know why the fans was acting up. But if you go to each Belt Federation, you'd be like, yo, who is your supreme champion? And like I said, like I said 1,000 times when people was trying to debate or trying to dispute the undisputed, if you ask WBC and Mauricio Solomon said it's Teofimo Lopez, and then at IBF, Darryl Peoples, who's your supreme champion, Teofimo Lopez, Paco, who's your supreme champion, Teofimo Lopez, WBA, who's your champion, Teofimo Lopez, then damn it, he was undisputed. But y'all wanted to recognize, but the WBC, but the WBA doesn't recognize the WBC, and the IBF doesn't recognize who gives a damn if you ask each president who's their supreme champion. Damn it, common sense is he was damn undisputed, you dumb knucklehead. But anyway, we're past that. We're past that. You can believe whatever you want to believe. But now I'm hearing people say email champion. Now what? Look, one thing is classified as a paper champion. Now, if y'all wanted to call the guys that's moving up like an interim title holder and want to call them a paper champion, then okay. But an email champion is very, very different. Y'all got to remember who's the founding father of the AKA email champion. Y'all forgot your boy, Mr. Moonshine, and adobo, la sazón, el borracho, el pastor de boxeo, is the founding father of labeling email champion. It seems like people forgot what the email champion came about. It seems like people forgot where the email champion came about, and now everybody just throwing the email champion. No, he got elevated. He's email champion. He got elevated. No. Maybe a paper champion, but an email champion was only reserved to one guy. Unfortunately, it happened during the pandemic. And I got to remind you folks, and look, I'm going to say it like this, and let me start it off with this, though. That Devin Haney being the email champion, he was once the email champion, but he weathered the storm. As a matter of fact, I used to think that the Devin Haney should have dropped that belt. Remember, I was fighting for Devin, and remember, me and Bill Haney used to go back and forth for the panel and stuff like that. Man, drop that belt, man. The WBC is making you look like stepchilds, man. Drop that belt, man. They make you a little dumb. And then Bill like, nah, man, we're going to drop that belt. Nah, man, because he knew that belt was power. He knew that belt was power. And I'm like, come on, man, drop that belt, man. I don't got the problems. I don't got problems with y'all. Man, I respect y'all Haneys, man. Y'all trailblazing the game. He's too young. It's inevitable he's going to be a world champion. I said it. It's inevitable he's going to be a world champion. He doesn't deserve to get it like that and get the scrutinized and get criticized like that. Don't parade around with that type of belt. Come on, Haney. Drop that into the garbage, man. Like Reddy Boat did, man. Drop that into the garbage, man. But they kept it. And to be honest, look at how things are now. They were smart of keeping that email shit. They were smart. Because if they didn't keep that email belt, they probably Cambosa would have never fought Devin the Dream Haney. So they kept that. Because that belt kept you in position. That belt gave you some power. That belt gave you the right to mine other fan base to actually diss and discredit a guy that actually fought blood, sweat, and tears to be crowned the undisputed, and with reference to Teofimo Lopez. That was the dispute. The dispute is, well, Teofimo Lopez ain't get the other strap. They were shaming him. But we all saw that he blood, sweat, and tears and won it. And we saw that one was elevated and handed to it. But let me remind y'all how the email, smash that like button. We got 28 people looking on, 32 people. Come on, y'all. Come on. Smash that like button, baby. Smash that like. Smash that like. Let me see where we at. We got what? I can't even see right now. Let me see what the poll at. We got a poll right now. He said, is Tank afraid of Haney? 48% thus far says no, but his team's scared of his risk. 15% says yes, he's running from Haney. 10% says nobody fighting scared. I said nobody fighter is scared. I meant to say no fighter is scared. I'm sorry about that. Haney cloud chasing 27%. 26%. 43% says no. I don't believe that Gervonta Davis is scared. I really don't believe that any fighter in the respective division is scared. I think the people that is afraid in the sport of boxing is the manager, advisors, promoters, and stuff like that. They're afraid. They're afraid to lose out in their investment. But fighters, come on, guy like Gervonta Davis that sport all these guys. Shakur has sport all these guys. T.O. and Haney and all these guys. I mean, they all have worked together. Keyshawn. All these guys have sparred and worked together. All these guys have a good amateur background. They've been fighting since they was like damn like children, basically. No fighter in that respective division is scared. Now you're gonna be having some like what's his name? Galata. Well, he was scared of Mike Tyson. You can see that. So I'm not gonna say that 100% of fighters ain't scared. Sometimes fighters are nervous, and sometimes fighters just don't want to face embarrassment in front of their friends and family, their loved ones. Sometimes they just not ready for that light. It takes a lot of mental strength to perform and fight in front of thousands. And to win and to lose in front of thousands. Remember, man, sometimes these fighters got their kids watching. And that back home, man, you the superhero, you the Avengers, you the Iron Man. And them to lose in front of your wife and kids and stuff like that, that's hard. That's hard. I don't know what's happening, but I don't see nobody. I see nobody in the chat right now. Joshua in the building, Justin in the building. That's all I see right now. I don't know if it's something slow or something like that. Nobody is. But anyway. People forgot what is the email champion. All right. And I got to remind y'all why Devin Haney was called an email champion and why Gervonta Davis is not an email champion. Gervonta Davis is not an email champion. What Gervonta Davis is a regular title holder. Because when the super champion came about, you already know it's been there for a while. But back, the WBA had a rule with the super champion that the regular champion will make 5 defenses. And by making 5 defenses, then you get elevated as super champion. But guess what? Floyd Mayweather broke the rule. When the Keith von Tom Thurman fought Diego Chavez, he was the interim WBA title holder. He became the mandatory whoever holds the regular title, right? And let me tell you like this, Keith von Tom Thurman, he did get ducked. He got avoided. Because when he beat Diego Chavez, remember, he was calling out, who remember? Paulie Malignaggi. Paulie Malignaggi was the WBA regular. And remember the don't duck me, son. Remember Keith von Tom Thurman, don't duck me, son. So peep this. I want to just give it a background just right quick. And why Gervonta Davis is not the super champion, but I want to clarify what was the super WBA and the regular WBA. So just let me give you an example with names that you know. So when Keith Thurman beat Diego Chavez, that was 2013. And then Paulie Malignaggi fought Adrian Broner. So that was one avoided. He avoided to fight Keith von Tom Thurman and fought Adrian Broner. Then Adrian Broner won. So then, boom, Adrian Broner didn't fight Keith von Tom Thurman. And Maidana was the one that was supposed to fight Keith von Tom Thurman. Maidana pulled out to fight Adrian Broner. Boom. And then Maidana beat him. And then Maidana was supposed to fight Keith von Tom Thurman. But guess what? The money man came about. And boom, that's the third dub. Floyd Mayweather fought Maidana. Then Keith von Tom Thurman was in position to face Floyd Mayweather. Then Floyd Mayweather, that was around the time when he threw in that Earl Spence and stuff like that. Remember when Earl Spence was not even ranked number 10? He was not even ranked in the WBA in the WBA around that time. I don't believe so, but he was never in line to fight Keith Thurman. They was really pushing Earl Spence on the IBF side. He was ranked, but they was really pushing him in the IBF side. But anyway, then Floyd Mayweather fought Maidana one more time. He skipped to fight. That's when he was elevated as a super champion. Then they didn't have to mandate Floyd Mayweather because they elevated him as a super champion. So that was the 4th duck. And then Keith Thurman is still waiting, and then he fought Manny Pacquiao, but we could respect that. We can't say that he avoided Keith Thurman to fight Manny Pacquiao, but Keith Thurman is still waiting. That's number 5. 5 fights as Keith Thurman been in position as a mandatory position. And then Floyd Mayweather, after the Manny Pacquiao, still didn't want to fight Keith von Tom Thurman. He fought Andre Berto. He'd been in position for quite some time. In reality, the regular champion always been there. The regular champion been there. Right? What's good, Mark, in the building? What's good, Mark? Doctor in the building. He said, too many belts is what makes boxing good. Since this ain't no one organization overseeing boxing, the belts are the only thing motivating the fighters who chase greatness to fight each other. Facts. Too many belts. But also, you know, but even when there's too many belts, then they got us, the hardcore boxing community, and they got channel hosts, and they got independent media, they got media, and they got pundits to recognize the truth. And this is why people want to argue with me about Tim Lopez never undisputed. No. If you can identify the politics, we identify the truth. That's why we know how to call somebody a paper champion, and that's why people want to call people an email champion. But me, I am the founding father of the email champion. The first time y'all heard email champion, I did a video because, of course, I said that because I did a video of Devin Haney asking for the email. I said he's emailing Mauricio Sudamon, and the title was Email Champion. And then I did another video saying that the WBC was waiting to give him the belt back. Let's go back to the facts on what is an email champion, difference from a paper champion. Let's go back on why Devin was called an email champion. Hold on. Give me 1 segundo. Give me 1 segundo. Boom. I feel, this is Devin Haney, I feel like they should reinstate me. I was stripped because they felt I wouldn't be active to fight my mandatory. Haney pointed out prior to filing an official petition with the WBC. But the two top contenders never fought. The two top contenders was Javier Fortuna and Luke Campbell. Let's go back. Devin the Dream Haney got elevated, as we all know. They elevated Vasily Lomachenko as a franchise champion, and they elevated Devin Haney as a WBC title holder. That was not an email. That was a paper champion. The email came about was when Devin Haney, the WBC president, Sudamon, said that Haney has sent them a letter asking to be reinstated as the 135-pound champion, but they still need to decide on this. This is when Devin Haney was named email, because during the pandemic, he was sending letters through email so he could be reinstated back. What happened later on? He did get reinstated back. That, when he got reinstated, that was when he was called the email champion. There was nobody ever called the email champion before Devin Haney, before that period of time. So for the people now saying, well, who's this email champion? Gervonta Davis, shit, you know what I'm saying? He's the sole WBA champion. He's an email champion. That's not an email champion. You can refer that as a paper champion. An email champion was only Devin Haney. Now, like I said at the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, for him keeping that email champion is why he's in the position that he's at today. Is the reason why he's in the position to fight George Kambosos. So that right there was a smart risk by Bill Haney, Devin Haney, DHP. They weathered the storm. They weathered the critique of guys like myself and others. Ones that said, drop that belt. But where they at today, it actually make me not sound all that smart. Let's be real, let's be honest. Because I was saying, hey, yo, man, drop that belt. Come on, man, they making you look stupid. Man, the WBC ain't shit. Man, come on, man. The Mauricio Sudamon, man, they making you look soft, man. You heard what they said. They said that Team Lopez is the undisputed. Y'all looking dumb with that belt. Hey, yo, find a defamation. Not a defamation, but it's something that you can file. In the WBC and stuff like that when they're not doing you right. The firm, something like that. Hey, go look at now, facts. That's what it is. You guys need to stop with this. What Gervonta turned to me, he was an email champion. That's not an email champion. The email champion is because Devin Haney was sending emails to Mauricio Sudamon to get reinstated back because they stripped him from that title. And remember, I did a video. I said, well, what they give it takes it away. There is not enough money in the TO fight for Devin to take the risk he could lose. WBA and the IBF, the best sanction. I don't believe none of them is the best sanction. The IBF, because the IBF didn't sanction Earl True Spence. He haven't been mandated for 5 years. 5 years. I think 4 years, something like that. The last time he was mandated by the IBF was Carlos Ocampo. I believe it was 2018. What's good, Queso in the building? Queso in the building. La música de Queso, Charles, Edward.
He's got his own money. I mean, the boy has got his own money.
Happy New Year, everybody. Hey. DJ Camelo Alex Sensation, págame esa música. Estamos hablando de boxeo. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's Gervonta Tank Davis not an email champion. Matter of fact, Gervonta Tank Davis said this weeks before when people were trying to say that they're going to elevate him. What did Gervonta Tank Davis tweeted? Gervonta Tank Davis heard the news. This wasn't a day. This was a while ago. Gervonta Tank Davis now looks set to become the WBA lightweight world champion and legitimate 2-weight world champion, as he will likely be upgraded from the WBA regular belt holder after Devin Haney vacant all his lightweight world titles. What did Gervonta Tank Davis said? I don't want that shit. There was a period of time when I believe that Gervonta Tank Davis was fighting Mario Barrios, and Gervonta Tank Davis didn't even Gervonta Tank Davis, and if you go back to the promo, listen to one of the interviews. I should have uploaded the interview, but I don't have the interview with me. Gervonta Tank Davis didn't even know what belt was on the line and what belt he's fighting for. He was also confused with with him fighting Leo Santa Cruz. He like, I don't know what belt we fighting for. I don't know. I don't know. The dude didn't even know he had a belt at the time, bro. Because at the end of the day, the belt is used by the promotional company to secure certain fights. Gervonta Tank Davis don't care about the belts. Gervonta Tank Davis at this moment, to be honest, I want Gervonta Tank Davis to go for legacy, reign, and supreme. But at this moment, Mike Tyson, a bunch of credible opinions in the sport of boxing have him on the pound for pound list. They feel like Gervonta Tank Davis is actually better than Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. Some feel like it's Teofimo Lopez. Matter of fact, some credible people, have Gervonta Tank Davis up in their pound for pound list above guys like Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson. It's unfortunate, but Gervonta Tank Davis is becoming more powerful than the belts without even being powerful with the belts for a period of time. Right now, Canelo Alvarez is more powerful than the belts. But it took Canelo Alvarez to get all the belts and reign supreme in the 160 and 168, right? But Gervonta Tank Davis never really needed nothing. Gervonta Tank Davis, I never seen nobody pass the eye test like Gervonta Tank Davis to the point where people feel like, you know what? Yo, he's undisputed. Gervonta Tank Davis the best. Well, he's the champion. Well, Gervonta Tank Davis could beat him. Gervonta Tank Davis in the history of the sport of boxing, I believe, or in the modern day history, he don't need to prove nothing. Don't need to prove nothing. Let's be real. Let's be honest, right? Whether you're a fan of Gervonta Tank Davis, whether you're not. Abdul Wahid. My fault. I got to get used to Abdul Wahid, right? I think that Gervonta Tank Davis in the sport of boxing is the fighter that has given the hall pass to that he don't even have to prove nothing. Tank don't have to prove nothing. Gervonta Tank Davis will fight Pitbull Cruz too, and you know what? It's gonna be sold out. And you know what? All the haters and all the supporters are gonna watch. And you know what? You're gonna buy the pay-per-view. As a matter of fact, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Pitbull Cruz 2 is going to do more than Devin Haney and Regis Prograis. No title. No title. Even if there's a title, it's like he's not even celebrating that title. Not celebrating that title. Don't give a damn about that title. Title don't make him. Never made him, never broke, never break him. Right? It is what it is, folks. It is what it is. But Gervonta Davis ain't no damn email champion. The email champion was only referred to one guy because at the time and place, and where we at in America, there was only way that you could communicate is by phone and by email. So Devin Haney, and let's remember, and let me say how risky Devin Haney is. Yeah, see, in the beginning, I'm like, what the hell? Why are they parading? Why are they parading with this belt that they never earned? Come on, man, you a fighter. Come on, you can't look at yourself in the mirror and call yourself a champion. You know you ain't never earned no damn belt. But they like F guys like Punch Run Box and F everybody else that think, nah, I ain't gonna drop this belt. I ain't gonna drop the belt. He said, Bobby, you got mail. Nah, he's been having the same belt, Bobby. He's been having the same belt. That's not an email belt. They didn't email the super. He's not. Guys. I think there's people out here that gotta miss Bobby. He got the same title that he's been having for a long time. He got the regular WBA. He never got emailed a super champion. Gervonta Davis never got elevated as a super champion. Gervonta Davis still has the belt that he's been having. I don't know what channel y'all listening to or whatever, stuff like that. He hasn't been elevated. He had the same world title. The thing is, there is no super WBA in the lightweight division. So he never got emailed anything. As a matter of fact, I believe that Gervonta Davis got that belt longer than when Devin Haney got his belt from George Camboso. The email champion is not a paper champion. A paper champion is different. Now, let me tell you this. We can't really diss a guy that's win the vacant belts. Now, let me clarify certain things. If you get a vacant title, that's not bad. The only thing is that by getting that vacant title, you didn't get it from a champion. So if you get the belt and you beat him, you beat the guy, you get the vacant title. Let me give you an example. Shakur Stevenson didn't beat Devin Haney for the world title. It was vacant. He beat Edwin De Los Santos for that world title. But if you get a vacant title, you still got to put weight on it, because you really didn't beat the champion. So you got to put weight on it. Make some good quality defenses so you could be looked as a true champion. Even though Shakur Stevenson has become champion, and we already know that he's a real champion in the super featherweight division and stuff like that, he got the vacant title. And the reason why you could respect it is because Devin Haney moved up. See, when you were interim title holder and you get moved up, he wasn't an interim, but I'm just giving you a different example. If you were interim title holder and the champion moves up, never comes back down, or retires, then you get elevated as a champion, and that's also respected. But of course, put weight on that belt because you really didn't beat the champion for it. So, for example, I want Bruce Ennis to move up to the 154-pound division, but I still want him to make at least a great defense, fight Mario Barrios, make a great defense, and then petition the IBF so you could fight for that vacant title they got in 154. If you could do that in that small period of time, that would be cool. But put some weight on that belt. Same thing goes for Shakur Stevenson. Put some weight on that belt. Because you really didn't beat Bruce Ennis, didn't beat Bruce Ennis, didn't beat Bud Crawford. Shakur Stevenson didn't beat Devin Haney. Put some weight on that belt. But you can still respect it. I'm gonna give you another example. When Canelo Alvarez got the franchise and they elevated Jamal Charlo. See, Canelo Alvarez never returned back to the middleweight division. So him being elevated as a world champion is still respected because he's an interim champion. Pastor Bozy said they want to collect all at 147. I don't know, man. To be honest, I just feel like Jerome Bruce Ennis he could set up shop in 154. That's where the money at. That's where the legacy at. I think this was gonna happen. Queso. I think they're gonna treat Boots Ennis at 147 like they treated Shakur Stevenson, like Top Rank treated Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson wanted to go for undisputed, but at the time, the champions was Joe Cordina and Gutierrez. What did Bob Arum say? Bob Arum say that nobody wants to see those fights. And he said that nobody want to pay for those fights. So my question is now for Jerome Boots Ennis. He got the IBF, and let's say all the titles are vacated in the 147. He's already a big boy. Remember, Boots Ennis is 147, but he's a big 147, and he already been there for 30 fights. He's 27 years old. So he's going to have to be moving up just like Devin Haney has moved up. Shakur Stevenson has moved up. Teofimo Lopez has moved up. That's his class. He's going to have to move up. Why deplete yourself? Like, if it's all spread around, you're going to have a bunch of crossover promotion. Boots Ennis is still not this headliner. They're not going to do cross-promotion fights. They can't. They wouldn't be able to afford that. They're going to do the same thing that this Shakur Stevenson. Maybe you could unify the titles, but if it goes to Golden Boy Promotions got that one, Matchroom Boxing got another one, it's gonna be hard. They're not gonna do cross promotion fights for it. But that's why I said if he moves up to the 154, basically all the PBC fighters at 154. Bud Crawford, not he's doing work. He's working with PBC. We go Bud Crawford, Earl Spence, Danny Garcia, Tim Zhu, Brian Castano, Brian Mendoza, Fundura, Erickson Lubin. He's gonna move quicker in the rankings. I know he's gonna move quicker, in my opinion. Now he's not with Cameron Duncan. Rest in peace, Cameron Duncan. So I don't know who Jerome Boots Ennis is with now. I think maybe Jerome Boots Ennis now is gonna be managed or advised by Al Heyman. I think that's smart to do. Or he's so close to Steven Espinoza. And let's not forget that Steven Espinoza, he's an attorney. He's an attorney and he's a promoter attorney as well. Steven Espinoza could just manage and advise Boots Ennis. And remember, they took a picture a couple of weeks ago, and I believe that Steven Espinoza said we got great plans for Jerome Boots Ennis. So I think that Steven Espinoza is going to be some type of advisor or manager to a Jerome Boots Ennis, in my opinion. Okay, so Seth, what I don't understand about today's promoters and fighters is why not build your name taking fights that nobody wants for low money? So when do you fight a mega fight everybody wants to tune in? I think that's one of the issues. I think the super featherweight division didn't have the names for it, even though that I believe that he was the lineal champion. He should have fought for the undisputed, and I believe that the business of boxing took that away from Shakur Stevenson. Now, how long was he going to stay in the super featherweight division? Remember, he said it was hard to even make it. So I don't think he had 2 training camps in the super featherweight division. I don't think he would have lasted 2 training camps. But anyway, I don't think that Jerome Boots Ennis really go. I mean, I think that's the boxer thing to say, or the right things to say, the PR things to say. Yeah, I'm here for undisputed, but you're really not going to go for undisputed. But in 154, you're going to get great fights that can enhance your legacy. The only fight that he got in welterweight division, and I believe that Keith Thurman is going to be moving up, is the only thing he got is Stanionis and Mario Barrios. I mean, that's the only thing really he got left. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. You know, and I think that he should just move up to 154. Should move to 154. But he's not an email champion. Now, if people want to recall him as a paper champion because he didn't beat the champion, that's understandable. That's understandable. But if Bud Crawford never goes back to the welterweight division, then people really can diss. He was the interim champion. And Bud Crawford, if he moves up to the 154 and never comes back to the 147, then he's a legitimate champion. See, the problem with Devin Haney is that Vasily Lomachenko got elevated. The WBC actually said that The franchise is the supreme belt in their sanctioning body. Also, Lomachenko never left the division, nor did he retire. So it made Devin Haney look like the stepchild to WBC because Lomachenko stayed. Now, if Lomachenko would have left like Mikey Garcia left, then if say Lomachenko looks like a legitimate champion when they fighting for the vacant title with Luke Campbell versus Lomachenko, he beat and let's say Lomachenko beat Luke Campbell. See, now it look like a legitimate champion because Mikey Garcia left and never came back. Punch was the franchise, the third belt or the second belt. I think that was the second, the WBC. That was just they put it as their main belt. Let me see if I can find it right here, folks. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me see if I could, if it's here. Let me see if I still got it right here. Hold on. Let me see if I got it right here. No. Hold on. Is it here? No, I don't got it no more. I used to have it. Here. Let me see. No. Let me see if it's here. Nope. Let me see here. Nope. Canelo's. Nope. Let me see if it's here. Nah, I don't got it. I used to have it here, the explanation. Let me see. There you go. Lomachenko is the WBC Lightweight Champion, confirmed Suleiman. He won and petitioned for the franchise destination. The franchise is put above any champion in the lightweight category. So Lomachenko is in fact champion with special attributes. So the WBC always looked at the franchise above the champion, and this is when I used to argue with the Haneys and debating with the Haneys, like, hey, yo, you heard what Mauricio Suleiman said, right, Bill? You heard what they said. What you gonna do about it? He won and petitioned for the franchise destination. The franchise is put above any champion in the lightweight category. So when Teofimo Lopez beat Vasily Lomachenko, who's the supreme being in the WBC statins in their company? Teofimo Lopez. And that's why I tell the people, why are you guys even disputing that? You can't. Well, you're going to dispute with McDonald's because they say a Whopper is a Big Mac. If they want to change the name, God damn it. It's not my business. It is what it is. But people ran with the, well, you know what I'm saying? Well, the WBA don't recognize the WBC. Well, the WBA don't recognize the WBC now. They never recognize each other. If somebody is a mandatory in the IBF, you think the WBC is recognizing the IBF mandatory? You think if Conor Ben, let me ask you, let's go with the facts. Because this is what I was trying to educate the people. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash that like. Let's go look. I'm gonna give you an example. I gave this example before. Let's go to boxing rankings, right? Matter of fact, let's go right here. It gives you a good indication right here. A better. Let's go to the super. Let me see if it's like this better. Okay. Let's go right to, there you go. This is the belt federations, right? Let's just go with 3 of them, right? Let's go with 3 of them. Keith Thurman is ranked number 2 in the WBA. Is Keith Thurman ranked number 2 in the WBC? Is Keith Thurman ranked? Let's see what Keith Thurman is ranked. Keith Thurman is not even ranked in the WBC, right? So if I tell you, let's play the game that people wanted to play for several years. Yo, but Punch, T.O. is not undisputed because the WBA doesn't recognize the WBC, and the IBF doesn't recognize the WBC franchise. They recognize this, and I'm telling you, they recognize whatever the F they want to recognize when they want to. I'm gonna give you an example. So let's say if me and you, anybody's having an argument, but you know what? I want to cater to the WBA, right? I want to cater to the WBA. And I say Keith Thurman is the number 2 welterweight in boxing. And you be like, hell no, bro. He's not, man. He's not. Cody Crowler is, bro. I say, nah, it's Keith Thurman. If I say Keith Thurman is better than I'm gonna say it right here. Put it this way. Let's go right here, right? We in the welterweight. So Keith Thurman is number 2. Earl Spence is number 4. Hey, yo, Keith Thurman is better than Earl the True Spence. You be like, hell no. How about you tell me now, if you want to follow the WBC, in the WBC, Adrian Broner, let me see. Adrian Broner is number 13. But guess what? Keith Thurman, he ain't even top 15. So if I tell you, you're going to tell me, man, Adrian Broner is better than Keith Thurman in the welterweight division. What I'm basically trying to say is, folks, that the belt federation don't recognize each other anyway. Right? Charles Other Cheese, right? Broner being on the list is insane. Exactly. And this is why, Queso, this is why I keep on saying, recognize whatever you deem fit. Because in the end of the day, the belt federations don't recognize each other. That's why I don't even understand why people was trying to dispute the undisputed, knowing that if you ask each and every belt federation's president, who was the undisputed around that time? Mauricio Sudamon, as you can see, would have said Teofimo Lopez. Daryl Peoples at the IBF would have said Teofimo Lopez. Paco from the WOBO would have said Teofimo Lopez. And Guillermo would have said Teofimo Lopez. Common sense tells you, motherfucker, that he's an undisputed. But people wanted to play this little politic game on YouTube, and they wanted to play dumb with me. They wanted to play dumb. That's why I still recognize Teofimo Lopez as an undisputed, especially in the lightweight division. In the 140, he could have been undisputed, recognized undisputed, because John Cena never lost his belt. That's why I got him real ranked high in my pound for pound, because he was undisputed. I don't give a damn what y'all say. Y'all can play dumb all y'all want. But going back to this email stuff, Devin Haney was an email. Gervonta Davis is never an email. He never sent no damn email to Mauricio Sudamon asking for any belts. Let me go back to why Devin Haney was an email. Even though he was an email, he played his cards right, because where he's at right now today is because he embodied the email, and he had the balls to email the WBC Mauricio Sudamon for email world title, to email him the world title, because without that title, he never would have got Cambosos. I'm going to say it again. The WBC Mauricio Sudamon says that Haney has sent them a letter asking to be reinstated as the W135-pound champion, but they still need to decide on this. Still need to die. I did a video about this. I called them, oh my God. I said, yo, Devin Haney is emailing Mauricio Sudamon begging for the belt back. I did videos about it. I am the founding father of the quote-unquote email champion. If you hear anybody using email champion, it came from me. If you hear anybody in this community talking about email champion, I am the founding father of email champion. Matter of fact, people was calling me the #1 Devin Haney hater. And all the thing is, I wasn't a Devin Haney hater. I just didn't like what the WBC was doing. I was a WBC hater. But when people just wanted to play this game, no. Nobody liked the franchise. I didn't like the franchise. But if the company tells you that this is their Supreme Beam belt, it is what it is. At least I seen Vasily Lomachenko fight for it. At least I seen Teofimo Lopez fight for it. And I'm saying this prior to the George Camboso. We ain't never seen Devin Haney fight for it. And when he fought for the interim with Saul Abdulev, let me see if I got it right here. Hold on. I took that video out. Let me go right here. Hold on. Shit, give me a second. After that, Devin Haney went out there and explained himself. I feel like they should reinstate me. I was stripped because they felt I wouldn't be active to fight my mandatory. Haney pointed out prior to filing an official petition with the WBC, but the two top never fall. Now let's go back to another fact and why I say that Devin Haney, and this was only, ladies and gentlemen, this was only, hold on. Damn, let me take this shit out. This was only on Punch Run Boxing. Punch Run Boxing had the facts. Punch Run Boxing. Hey, yo, look, I respect all the modern day warriors, modern day gladiators, the one that put their life on the line for pure entertainment. I respect the father trainings. I already know I always say that fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing. We seen me and Bill. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bill. I love what Bill is doing. A wonderful father to his beautiful children. Wonderful career and stuff like that. Give him props. I said a long time ago that Devin Haney may be the most is going to be the most powerful man in the sport of boxing by the age of 32, and that might come sooner because the way that Bill Haney does move. And even though when I disagree with Bill Haney, I said, man, drop the belt. I don't like the way that they make y'all look. It's the reason why I said drop that belt. I'm not liking the way that they look, but Bill Haney had a bigger, a bigger idea, a bigger plan, and everything came through fruition. He weathered the storm of the criticism, and they kept the belt. But the reason why Devin Haney, and this is what I'm gonna tell you, that they some risky dudes, bro. They took a risk. Let me give you this. And this was only information on Punch Drunk Boxing. And the WBC didn't know this. They stripped Devin Haney because he got a shoulder injury. They stripped him. Right? With the WBC, so put it this way. He asked for the belt back because he said he was 100% from his shoulder. The thing about the Devin Haney, the Haneys, they played the WBC. And that's why I got to give them respect. But the way that they played the WBC was risky. Not only risky in playing the WBC, but also playing with fire with Devin Haney versus Gamboa. What am I talking about? Do you remember, folks? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Give me a yes or a no. Why I'm saying that Devin Haney and Bill Haney took a big risk. And to this day, I got to give him an ultimate respect for it. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yes or no? Remember, Devin Haney got stripped because of the shoulder surgery or the shoulder injury. He needed to give them doctor's papers to the WBC that say that they're good to go. The WBC took like 3 weeks. Within those 3 weeks, remember, Devin Haney said, in the interview with 78 Sports TV, said, I would never lose to a white boy, in which the WBC, before reinstating him, he needed to apologize. Remember? Hold on. Let me see if I got it right here, folks. Woo, man. Woo, boy. 1 second, y'all. Let me see. Give me a yes or give me a no. Give me a yes. Do you hold on? Let me see if I got it right here. Hold on, screenshot. Let me see. I could get the info. Let me see the info. Boom. Here we go. Boom. As the WBC Lightweight World Champion, Haney had a conversation with boxing organization President Mauricio Sulaimán. On Twitter, he was quick to clarify his remarks and said he's not a racist. In a separate statement on social media, he added, I just had a very positive conversation with Mauricio Sulaimán and confirmed to him directly my commitment to be a role model and my absolute rejection of discrimination of any kind. But that wasn't his only comment, as his apology tour continued with a longer statement and before an interview with Ring Magazine. When he made that, that's when he got his title back. But this is the risky part. Did y'all remember on Punch Run Boxing? Because y'all already know, man, Punch Run Boxing, and yo, smash the like button. I gave you exclusive after exclusive after exclusive. Man, I got portfolio for there. Let me tell you like this. I got so much exclusive And I was just doing I was just looking back at my old video, old lives and stuff like that, that I got so much exclusive, folks. And I think that people forgot that I could stop for a whole year and put videos out of what and chop it up little lives of the past. And I could do a whole year. I could sit back and just don't do nothing and just play videos that a lot of people forgot, because remember, I was growing. So I didn't get a lot of views. And still, hey, I got 52 people looking on. I'm still not growing. You know what I'm saying? I don't get the support like that. Even though that, man, I got treasure work. But hey, it is what it is. Remember this right here, folks. This is where Devin Haney took that risk, because the doctor said that he's good to go. They gave the doctor note to Mauricio Sulaimon, and the shoulder is good. So he got reinstated. But that was not the only thing wrong. If the WBC knew that Devin Haney had surgery in his hand, it would have took way longer. Because in reality, Devin Haney was not fit to fight. The thing is, the WBC never knew about his hand injury and his hand surgery. Let's go back to the facts.
You see what that is? Coach Anthony.
Yes, sir.
You see what that is? Surgery. That's his right arm. That's his right hand. That's his hand. So
how's his hand doing now?
His hand is doing good.
Okay.
You feel me? So he broke his hand. He broke his hand before the shit, but he also had fucked his shoulder up. So we never wanted to come back, because they acted hella funny when we told them we fucked up our shoulder. So then they acted like they wanted to strip him and acted like everybody wanted to fight. And then Devin wouldn't be ready and all that shit. And we had dad and I'm rushing him, or Devin is rushing. We didn't say shit. He broke his hand and he beat that motherfucker with one hand, dog.
Oh, y'all don't remember that. Y'all, hey, yo, Punch Rub Boxing got more receipts. Woo, got more receipts than a bunch of supermarket put together. I got so much receipts. Don't nobody got that. So the WBC never knew about the hand. The gutsy thing about it, and this is why I gotta give Devin Haney even credit. In matter of fact, you see how everything comes back around. There's somebody out there that don't want to fight a unification bout because of their hand. But when it's time to take the risk by either keeping a belt or fighting for one, this is why I got to give credit to Tio and Devin Haney. You know why? Because Tio had surgery right before going to training camp to fight Josh Taylor. The doctors cleared Teofimo Lopez 5 to 4 weeks within the training camp. Did he pull out? No. Did he say, I'm not ready? No. That fight could have happened in July, but they wanted that fight in June. What did Teofimo Lopez said? Let's get the fight on. I'm going to fight regardless if I'm not 100%. And how did Teofimo Lopez perform versus Josh Taylor? If he didn't take that risk, Teofimo Lopez would not be in the position that he's in today. Sometimes these fighters need to take risk on top of risk. Devin Haney, to keep that belt, had to keep it shut that he broke his hand. He had to keep it shut that he had surgery. So he had to go with this fight with Gamboa. With Gamboa. To keep that email championship belt, that eventually that email became a real belt and made him a lightweight undisputed, and now he's a 2-division undisputed world champion because of that same WBC belt. He could have petitioned to fight Regis Prograis for the WBC at 140-pound division. Damn the Haneys. Look, I'm going to say it again. You got to give the Haney so much credit because they took the risk of being criticized like no other young fighter was criticized because of the email champ. Keep it. Ask for it back to get emailed back. Get criticized, more criticized. Not only that, hush up about the hand injury. Hush up about the hand injury and the hand surgery and go into Gamboa fight with one hand, beat Gamboa, keep that belt, then still in position. Then he fought the Helenara, the Jojo Diaz, and things of that nature, but then keep that same belt that he took a risk of keeping. Fight George Kambosos later on, become undisputed with that same WBC petition to fight Regis Prograis at 140. Again, basically saying that Devin Haney was an email champion, but to be an email champion, he weathered that storm and he came out good. You know what I'm saying? Gervonta Davis is not an email champion because he never filed. He never sent an email. So people that's coming out with this email champion, I'm the founding father, damn it, of the email champion. So I have the definition of what an email champion is. The email champion was because Devin Haney sent a letter during the pandemic. For the people that's coming in right now, pause. This is the reason why Devin Haney was an email champion. WBC President Solomon said that Haney has sent them a letter asking to be reinstated. It was because he was looked on that he was begging for a belt back, and then the pandemic was sending emails to get the belt back. I feel like they should reinstate me, and I was stripped because they felt I wouldn't be active to fight my mandatory, which because of the shoulder, the mandatory, they already mandated Javier Fortuna to fight Luke Campbell. But because of the pandemic, that fight could never happen. It gave Devin Haney enough time. It gave enough time for the WBC to vote on it. He apologized for the remarks of Lomachenko. He got the belt back because, and look, Haney pointed out prior to filing an official petition with the WBC, and this is the reason why people was getting on Devin Haney. Why are you begging for a belt that you never earned? Why are you begging for a belt that you never fought? At least fight for the vacant title. How about fight for the vacant title? Fight Luke Campbell or fight Javier Fortuna for it, so you can say that you actually earned it. The issue with Devin Haney in the past was that he was writing emails to get his belt back, a belt back that he never earned. So that made him look soft. It made him look soft, in which eventually, if you look at Devin Haney today, no, he's not soft. He's daring to be great. And he's a top pound for pound fighter. Could have been fighter of the year as well, if it wasn't for the extraordinary year of Naoya Inoue and extraordinary fight by Bud Crawford. Gervonta Davis don't want that belt. I don't want that shit. Feel me? What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody in the chat? What's good? Savage in the building. What's good, Savage? Savage in the building. What's good, man? What up, Punch? Haney and Tio already looking like Hall of Famers. Yep, they are. Got to give them a lot of credit. At least Teofimo Lopez took the risk, and Devin Haney took that risk, even if they had hand injury, hand surgery. Guess what? Who didn't take the risk? Dun, 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 dun. What I've been saying lately and why I don't find no pity. Why I don't find no pity with Subriel Matias. Now you understand why I don't find no pity with Subriel Matias. If Teofimo Lopez could take a risk and Devin Haney could take a risk, even though, and look, I understand. I'm not saying that go out there with a broken hand and stuff like that. Some people care about their health more than others. But people set standards. If Tio could have hand surgery right before going to camp with Josh Taylor and not be cleared by doctors to even spar 5 to 4 weeks away from the fight, he took that risk and say, I can't let this risk get away. I can't let this opportunity get away from me. And look where he's at right now. Devin Haney did the same thing before fighting George Campbell. I got to get this title. I can't even tell them that my hand is broken. I had surgery. I got to fight with this hand, or they're going to take that belt away. They're going to keep that belt. And he fought. Subriel Matias don't even have surgery and say he can't fight Teofimo Lopez because his hand is not ready. If Teofimo Lopez was in the position of Subriel Matias, Teofimo Lopez would have took that fight. If Devin Haney was in the position of Subriel Matias, Devin Haney would take that fight. That's the way that I see it. So I find no pity with Subriel Matias because there are some standards that, you know, these guys did it. These guys risked it. You know, now it is what it is. Some people may be like, but damn, Mill, come on, man, you hold on Subriel Matias. Hey, when you call it, when it's time for me to talk about Subriel or Tio, I seen Tio fight with shit. And Subriel Matias, you got an opportunity. You had 1.5 million in the table right there. You could afford him. What happened? What's good, Marco? What's good, Angel? What's good, Savage? King of the building. When your next interview with Tio? I don't know. Whenever he, you know what I'm saying? Whenever he want, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the house for the fighters. You feel me? They want to chop it up. They want to chop it up. Hit me up. Who does Tio fight next? I think Jermaine Ortiz. They should be announcing these fights anytime soon. Wonder what's taking them so long to announce the fight.
You see what that is? Coach Anthony.
Yes, sir.
You see what that is? Surgery. That's his right arm. That's his right hand. That's his hand. So
how's his hand doing now?
His hand is doing good.
Okay.
You feel me? So he broke his hand. He broke his hand before the shit, but he also had fucked his shoulder up. So we never wanted to come back because they acted hella funny when we told them we fucked up our shoulder. So then they acted like they wanted to strip him and acted like everybody wanted to fight. And then, you know, Devin wouldn't be ready and all that shit. And we had dad and I'm rushing him or Devin is rushing. We didn't say shit. He broke his hand and he beat that motherfucker with one hand, dog.
Yeah, man. So I don't want to hear nobody. I don't want to hear that Subriel Matias excuse. So the vote goes in right now. So no, but his team is scared. Is Tank afraid of Haney in the voting right now? 89 people have voted no, but his team's scared of the risk. 13% says yes, he's running from Haney. 20% says no. I meant to say no fighter is scared. 28% says Haney clout chasing. Should be Tejas. It should be. Angel Matias, not Tio. That's why he lost against Camboso. Talking stupid risk consequences outweigh the risk. Angel Rivera, but guess what? Where's Teofimo Lopez now? Got to take the good with the bad. Got to take the good with the bad. That's what separates fighters. So where is Tio now? In the division of Subriel Matias, been there his whole career. So right now, put it this way: Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney is ranked higher than Subriel Matias, and he's been living in that division all this time. And he started his career first than these guys. So that tells you everything you need to know about Tio and Haney. But ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know, man. Short live, gotta support the channel. Guys gotta come out in numbers, man. We trying to do numbers out here, man. We try to do numbers out here. This mediocre numbers is not gonna elevate the channel. It's not gonna elevate what we trying to do out here. Tomorrow we back at it, 8 p.m., probably 7:30, 8 p.m. Eastern time. 8 p.m. Eastern time or 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. You feel me? We gotta get these up. We gotta get it up. Can't be with these mediocre numbers. 2024. We ain't wasting our time. We gotta get in the 5 and the thousands. I've been doing this for too long. Got too many exclusive. Been putting in too many work for these mediocre numbers. When people decide that we gotta elevate the channel, you know what I'm saying? On numbers, support the channel. We got 47 people looking on. That's embarrassing, folks. Tomorrow we'll be back at it, 7:30, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Y'all already know another subject in boxing. Callum Smith going to be facing Beterbiev this month. Virgil Ortiz is back. Jaime Munguia versus John Ryder. Like I said yesterday, I believe that if Jaime Munguia beats John Ryder, it probably going to be as more in Canelo Alvarez standard, in Canelo Alvarez fans standard. If Jaime Munguia knocks out John Ryder, that win might be more significant than David Benavidez beating Demis Andre in the standard of Canelo Alvarez fans. Because remember, the Canelo Alvarez fans said that y'all don't like Demis Andre, y'all don't respect Demis Andre, y'all call him every derogatory name in the book. Y'all didn't say that he was good or anything like that. He ain't fight nobody. Matter of fact, y'all felt that John Ryder deserved the fight with Canelo Alvarez more than Demis Andre. Y'all said that John Ryder was even better than Demis Andre. So if Jaime Munguia beats John Ryder, that fight should be more significant than David Benavidez and versus Demis Andre in the standard of Canelo Alvarez fans. Am I right or wrong? I just want you to keep that same energy. So how significant was that win for David Benavidez? How significant was the win versus Caleb Plant with David Benavidez with Canelo Alvarez outperformed David Benavidez? But if Jaime Munguia outperformed Canelo Alvarez, then you know what? As much as we want to see David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez, Jaime Munguia would have a strong case that he should get the fight with Canelo Alvarez next. And the only differences of David Benavidez and Jaime Munguia is probably that Mike Tyson called one the Mexican monster. Jaime Munguia, compared to the resume of David Benavidez, is not that far apart from each other. I mean, it could be equal. What has David Benavidez done that Jaime Munguia haven't done? Right? Even put it this way. When Canelo Alvarez beat Liam Smith, who beat Liam Smith after? Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia didn't outperform Canelo Alvarez by beating Liam Smith when Liam Smith got stopped by Canelo Alvarez. So the hype of David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez is going to be trumped by the performance of Jaime Munguia if he knocks out John Ryder and do what Canelo Alvarez couldn't do out there in front of the Mexican people. He will have a legitimate, now I'm going to say excuse, but a legitimate reason why he should be the front runner for Canelo Alvarez. Let me know what y'all think, man. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. We out of here. Love you. God bless. And hopefully more people support the channel. 2024 is all about support. We ain't wasting our time with mediocre numbers, mediocre support. Hey, it is what it is, man. We working out here. Smash that like button. Love you. God bless. And on to the next.